Alright, this is the light test for the nacelles for the 12500, both Enterprise C and D. In the last video I was talking about putting some like really small like nano or pico SM LEDs inside the nacelle. This is the nacelle for the D that comes from Don's Light and Magic. And it comes essentially, this is the C nacelle, but it comes the D comes in one piece, which makes it really difficult, and it's just one solid piece. Except for the Bizarre is a separate piece. But with the C, it comes in two parts, so you have a lot of options of what to do as far as actually getting lights in there. The D does not. It comes in one piece. So my idea was to hog out the bottom, the inside, with a sanding disc, with a few other metal discs, and then what I was going to do is on the kit piece, cut this off all along here, and then reattach it there. I got a little sloppy with my grinding, so I've definitely made the hole bigger than that. It's still repairable, it's a lot more work, and this is not really supposed to be a battle damaged one, so I don't really want any weird abnormalities, and it's going to be kind of tricky putting this back in there and putting the putty and light block in. There's going to be kind of a lot of lights, and I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's the couple of the LEDs I'm using, but either I'm getting not enough light, or it's not getting distributed evenly enough, or there's too many hot spots. So what I was going to do when I was working on this one was just take a light strip, and the light blocking is still wet, so I can't really show you. But take a light strip, and this is warm. Have one going backwards so it hits the back part here, which isn't necessarily essential. I've watched a few episodes lately, especially at the end of season 1, beginning of season 2, where the back isn't lit, or depending on the angle, when it rotates, this is upside down, but when it rotates, you only see the back when you're kind of facing the back. If you're at like a 45 or so, you don't really see it, which is weird. But I want one LED facing backwards. The rest are actually going to be facing down. And the way I did it is this is going to set flush on here, and probably just attached to the back of this piece right here. Let me zoom this out. It'll attach the back of this, and this will go on as almost like a cap to go on there. And there'll be an LED facing forward that works perfectly to light up the Bizarre right here. So the Bizarre, I was going to do a separate LED or two to get the dual LED look that looks in the show, but with just having one face forward, that works for that. That's the direction in the last video I was talking about doing SM LEDs and some pico ones, some really small ones. Not even SM, but SM usually means surface mount. It has like a little chip right here. The small LEDs look like like this, really small. It's super small, and this is a water resistant one, so it's covered in epoxy. And at the end of the video, I started talking about that, and then I pulled this out and I showed it, and I started thinking about it. So as I ended, I did some experimenting with the LED tape, which still may be the direction I'm going with the D. Just because I made it the right size and everything, and I'm not too sure. While I'm doing that, I'm also working on the Enterprise C, and from Don, you get it just like this, with, here's the end cap, and it comes in two halves, just like this, and they fit flush together. But obviously, because of the way it's casted, if you want any lighting, you have to make your own room. And then what I did is I took them and I used a Dremel sanding disc, and this is a little different than the diamond one. This one actually seems to work a little bit better. And first I go straight down and make a line all the way across, parallel to the flux chiller grills, being mindful not to hit the back, although I did it in this one. I did tap the back a little bit. You can notch that a little bit. And then making it, after I make that first slit, that little canyon, then I slowly rock it back and forth, widening it up, and trying to follow the curvature right here. And what I've noticed with these, and I haven't done a full one with it's been frosted and light blocked, and the proper lights have been selected and installed, but what I have noticed by doing a few experiments is the shapes that you grind the inside dictates how the light follows. I did one before this video. I did another one like a few weeks ago on the D, and I was trying to hold. What I actually did was my drill press, and I went all the way down, like that, and that really just made the light just go kind of wonky, and it just didn't work out too well. So I found how you carve in kind of determines the path of the light. Of course, that'll be different if you sand or polish, or if you frost. And I might sand, but I'm certainly not going to polish. But I'm probably going to frost. And what I'm going to do with this one, let me see if I set this down. What I was thinking about doing with this one, because at the end of the video I started talking about these Pico or Nano SMDs, and this is just a little test. So here's 3 that are put in here, and I need a few more than that. And the spacing is predetermined because they're on a light string that's like, it's in the party department at Hobby Lobby. You can go to a few different places and they just have these. Michaels have them. They're designed for like flower arrangements or parties or whatever. But if you arrange them, however you want to arrange them, and the problem with this is you're gonna have hot spots, like right there. This is the front of the flux chiller grill. You're gonna get a hot spot because they're all just wrapped up. And what I don't want to do is have to solder all these. When they come pre-soldered, they have the epoxy on there that strengthens the joints, so it kind of defeats the purpose. So, but how am I gonna get them to not like move around? If there's so many wires in there, they're gonna get all messed up. So what I was thinking about doing is some of the piano wire, the musical wire that you also get at Hobby Lobby. Select the proper gauge, take the wire, wrap it around there, and in the back, and the other ones, the other strip I have is a little smaller than these. There's a small divot right there, so that lends itself to wrapping around the wire. But determine the spacing, however many I need. Have the wire. This is just a demonstration. Attach to the back, either glue it or just put a little hole and put it in there, and have a light facing to the rear so the back of it gets it, and have the proper spacing all around. Maybe even having them face inboard or up or down so they're not facing directly at the flux chiller grills, because otherwise you are going to get that hot spot. And these do transmit some behind there a little bit. That's just the nature of the epoxy. But have them so they're facing not towards the flux chiller grill so you don't get such a hot spot. And then go all the way up and then have another one facing forward. Right here, so that you get the bazaar gets lit up too. And what's cool about the C's, because they come in 2 parts, you can do your light blocking, then you can do your silver to reflect it, and then you can carve out if need be, or just sand away the paint, the light blocking, so it goes into the flux where you want it. With this one, you really can't. Although what I noticed is I did an adhesion promoter. And then I did a sprayed black, and I still wasn't the best coat, so then I also put craft acrylic, and also so I can get in here and lets me get a little thicker coat. But the deal is, because this is one solid piece, and it transmits light, no matter what you do, as you turn around you can see weird different lights. The whole thing transmits light. So even though you block part of it and you leave out your flux chiller grills, you're still going to get light in there. So the only way for this really to be light blocked is to light block from the outside and or from the inside and from the outside, and that'll give you, because you can still see how it looks all weird. You can still see. But what I think I'm going to do is light strips on this. But if I switch to these, it'll be a little easier than the other nacelle. We'll see. I'll do this one up, see what it looks like, and then I'm going to do nanos on these, and that might be it. I want to experiment with some nanos anyway. Alright, see ya.